Hello, everyone. We're just going to do a quick um, tutorial on the new impact tracker, just so that you have it handy if you need to make some references to it. So today we're just going to have a very, very brief agenda. We'll go ahead and do a really quick system demonstration and go through the different functionalities of the new food group impact tracker. And then we'll do a little bit of review of stats entry. And then finally, we will answer some commonly asked questions thus far. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you could see what the interface looks like for the impact tracker. Let's see here. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let me log out so that you. Okay, so when you first come to the website, this is what you're going to be looking at. The first thing you're going to want to do is click on the food group icon there, and then it'll take you to the login page. And just to double check, Debbie, are you seeing the impact tracker website?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
I can see that, yes.
Thank you for confirming. Okay, so then you'll use your credentials to log in here. Oops. And log in. We are also highly encouraging everyone to change their password. So in order to do that, you're going to want to click on that forgot password link. And that'll reset your password. Over to the right, once you're at the main page, you're going to see three boxes. You're going to see the box that says My Agency, Statistics Entry, and then finally Reports. So I'm just going to go through each one of those just so that you know what the functionality is under each of those tabs. Under My Agency, if you have multiple programs, you're going to want to click on the one that you know that you want to look at. In this case, I clicked on Test Shelf, and in here should be all your information, including hours of operation and any kind of like general announcements. We do want to call out that area, the hours of operation. We are collecting that because this information gets fed directly to Hunger Solutions, and in order for them to keep abreast on the most updated information on their website, it's important that we have some accurate information here. So if anything looks amiss here under organizational details, you're going to want to push this yellow change request button so that you're able to let us know what we need to change. Another kind of big, a big change with this database is that the navigation that you do will be like highly like contingent on this little house icon right here. So whenever you want to go back to a page, you're going to want to click on this little house button, and then it'll bring you back to like the original like first page. The other button that you're going to be using quite a bit of is the statistics entry, and so we're just going to go through that. Again, if you have multiple programs, you're going to want to click on wherever you're going to be, whoever you're going to be entering in stats for. So I'm just going to click on Test Shelf, and once you do that, then the information on the right will appear, and you'll be able to enter in your stats for that month. I do want to make everybody aware that, you know, as you know, stats are due every month by the 10th of the month. We do have a little bit of a window after the 10th that we're going to provide as like a grace period for you to enter in your stats. But after a certain time, you will not be allowed to make any edits. Debbie, was there something you wanted to say?
Yeah, so they should be entering March stats right now, not April.
Yeah, yeah. I think for like
So,
I
yeah,
mean, that's something that we could talk to the developer about. I mean, the functionality is still kind of,
yeah.
yeah, correct.
So it's just that where it's saying it, and it's allowed for April only, and that's it's giving you that month, that is not going to be correct when people actually enter their stats.
Yep, yep. So when you go in to enter in your stats, you should only be seeing, what you're going to report for the previous month. So, the view that you're looking at here is a little off, but where because this is a brand new launch, there is some hiccups that we're working through. So that's what it would look like if you are a food shelf and you're entering in your stats. If you're a meal program, the view is slightly different. So as you can see, when I clicked on test meal program, it's going to ask you for the total amount of meals. And here in a little bit, Debbie will go over kind of like definitions wise. Okay, so I'm going to go back to kind of the main page and again, click on the little house button. The last tab that you see here, the last button is the reports button. And under here, there's two options. You can either run reports using the food shelf stat summary or the food shelf stats comparison. So the summary is very kind of straightforward in the way that you'll just be able to like pick a time period to run the report, and you should be able to see those numbers here at the bottom, and also download them into an Excel spreadsheet if you choose. The navigation under this reports tab is slightly different from the rest, because if you do want to get out of this view, you're going to want to click on this green button on the left hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that so I can show you the other report. The other report is this food shelf stats comparison. And under this one, once there's a lot more data, you'll be able to run a report that compares data like by, for example, like month to month or a few months compared to some other months. And this one will also give you the option of just displaying the information outright, or you'll have the ability to download the information or download a PDF of that data. So I'm going to go ahead and patch it over to Debbie, who's going to explain a little bit about entry. So let me just change screens here, just a moment. Oops. Okay, go ahead. Debbie.
Okay, yeah. So for the stats entry, and unfortunately, if you're a shared partner with Second Harvest, you are probably going to have to enter on two different systems. But if you have a TFAP contract with us for Hennepin County, you are required to enter stats onto our program, because we have to then provide those to the state. So what we're requesting to be entered is what the state has now changed to. They've just are trying to get it streamlined and make it as simple as possible for collecting data for the food shelves. So we just need the total numbers. We don't need to have extra service or holiday service. It's just everything combined. So the total number of children under 18 served, and that does not mean they have to come to the food shelf with the parent or guardian. It just means that when the person comes to pick up food and they're asked how many children that they're getting in the household. So the total children served, total adults served, and it has not been updated yet on the numbers. It's actually adults 18 to 64 to match your TFAP intake forms. The state will be updating those forms later this year, as they always do during the summer. And at that time, they are going to be going to the 18 to 59 and then 60 plus for seniors, most likely. they made the change and then didn't realize that because everyone still had the old forms, it was kind of causing an issue. So it is adults 18 to 64 and then seniors 65 plus. The individuals will automatically autofill as you enter in the other numbers, so you don't need to worry about entering there. And then your total number of households and your total pounds. So for when you're counting the households, that's, someone comes to pick up food, they're picking up for a household, and say that they have 2 adults in the household and 2 children, then and they come twice a month. That would be 4 children, 4 adults, and 2 households that would be counted, because you're counting each time. So the numbers are duplicated if they come more than once. If they come one time and they have the 2 kids, 2 adults, and then the second visit they have another child that they're caring for, then it would be, the total would be 5 children and 4 adults and 2 households. Excuse me. The total pounds will be the total pounds overall of all the food you distribute. So that is TFAP plus purchase plus donated, or any other access you have to food. So that's for the food shelf. For the meal program, excuse me, it's gotten really simple. They're no longer counting meals and snacks and number of individuals. It's just number of meals. So snacks, meals, it all counts the same. And if you're serving a community meal and someone comes up for a second plate, that counts as 2 meals. So again, it's just your total meals served over the month.
Thanks, Debbie. I'm gonna stop sharing. And then like this kind of, now it's kind of part of, well, now we move into like frequently asked questions. So one of the questions that we've gotten was about changing your password. And as I explained earlier, there's a link there that says forgot password. You would use that link to change your password. We also got a lot of questions regarding the age bracket that Debbie just explained. As Debbie explained, DHS OEO is looking to lower the senior age, but that'll be forthcoming. That isn't quite effective now. Let me see here. Debbie, was there any other questions that you wanted to address?
Not that I can think of offhand, because the main question we had come up or were hearing was about the ages. And that's when we went back to the state and asked them. And so they decided to keep the ages as they are to 64 and then 65 plus. But otherwise, I think it's as you go into the system and then have any questions, please let us know. If you see the contact names when you're looking at your agency information and there's someone missing or someone's left, please let us know so we can keep that up to date.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, if you have any questions, as always, please shoot us an email at agency@thefoodgroupmn.org or reach out to your specialist. I'm sure there's going to be questions as we move along with this new database launch. So I think with that, we thank you for watching, and I'm sure we'll be hearing from you, or we'll be communicating with you here soon. Thank you. Bye.